Fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between
I feel like
the
this
San
team's
Francisco
got it.
49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off. Right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Bobby Wagner multiple times at All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss.
Now, 3rd and long.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
For the 49ers.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. A quick burst there to nicely get off. A pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle taken in. The 20 and all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 59
Gray,
yards.
what you fussing for? You slid yourself all the way down?
Austin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
Took a butt.
And this will give the
Took a
Seahawks
butt.
a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks.
They love you so much.
Nothing.
Took a butt. Screw daddy, I watch Mickey Mouse.
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9.
Hey, hey, why are we fussing? Why are we fussing?
Because you and I both know
Huh? Why are we fussing?
these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky as he got hit as he threw.
It was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he would take off and run for yardage. But But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd,
Gray.
that's all they need.
Hey, dude.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And a big game that time. He's out of bounds. That'll be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle.
Come on, Kyle Hamilton.
Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively. They did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now it's Lockett. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Rashad Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Right there.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Could be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 15 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
A bit too loud.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Penning. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Their 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Samuel.
A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, they run him with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
The kicker
An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Seahawks 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do.
Come on, DK.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a good deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
So now y'all want to shit out.
If anything,
This is fucking awesome.
Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Down and 12.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Forced out to his left. He lets it fly, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the 3rd quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
Oh, my God, bro.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
11 yards there, first down. Yeah, he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. In the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
Come on, Jamal.
He's going to have a 49ers first down.
God, you knew he was doing it.
Conversion.
A gain of 14. First down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He was definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Niners 26, Seahawks 20.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at 7. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 11 now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to home and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ray Greenlaw on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled it. He got 6. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
It's the score. 49ers 26. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll get him
It's a fucking blitz defense. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 2.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks go to the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Boy, so another interception. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their